from Wales on into Ireland, and to Ireland to a place that was very special for me, a place called Clonmacnoise, because the story of St. Kieran and the community that he founded and the role that it played in the revitalization of Europe was significant for me. So I went there expecting to have a deep encounter with the Lord. Instead, I had a very disturbing experience. Well, first of all, the place was, it didn't speak to me of anything. It was just there, a nice little place right on the Shannon. But as I went through their little museum and read the story of the place, I found something that disturbed me profoundly. And that is that at its height, Clonmacnoise had been, you might say, one of the first great universities of Europe, where the pagan kings sent their sons to be educated, and who not only imbibed the classic authors and the disciplines of mathematics and astronomy and geography and so on, they also learned the Christian faith. But Clonmacnoise was in ruin. And in the story that I heard, I found that, yes, the English did a fairly thorough job of sacking the place, but only 3 times. The Vikings also did a great job of that, sailing up the Shannon, about 6 or 7 times. But the greatest devastation wreaked on Clonmacnoise, which lost them those most precious items, their books, their works of art and sacred vessels, were neither the English nor the Vikings, but the Irish. And not just the Irish as semi-pagan people, but Irish Christian monks from other communities, attacking and looting and occasionally killing the community of prayer at Clonmacnoise. And that I found so profoundly disturbing that it haunted the rest of my sabbatical. It also set me on a path that led me, in a very strange set of circumstances, to work in a parish in northern Colorado, in a town called Greeley and a church called Trinity. And there, by what one witty Episcopal priest called divinely inspired inadvertence, we came up with something called our Trinity way of life. And behind that was the understanding that conversion was never and could never be an event, but only the inauguration of a process. It gave a whole new understanding to Paul's words about do not be conformed to this world, but being renewed by the transformation, be transformed by the renewal of your mind. The recognizing that we had to learn a whole new way of being apprentices of Jesus. So my word to our incoming guardians is this, which is to encourage and exhort and bless the members of this community in the ongoing task of conversion. To never assume that anything we have brought to the table is what Jesus actually has in mind. To go back and pore over the Gospels in great detail, as there is a wonderful story of Cuthbert and his mentor studying the Gospel of John, breaking it down to change our thinking from the way that we have been formed by our culture, by our times, by all of the things that have influenced us, to change our way of thinking so that we reflect the thinking of Jesus. And in so doing, you have the incredible resources of the models of the Celtic saints, of Aidan and Hilda, even knowing that they, in turn, the great saints of Ireland, failed in their conversion from time to time. So keep it up. Keep pressing on to the end. Do not forget that we are